My lips are usually crusty, but they cannot be crusty for this one. As I'm putting on makeup, I want to go ahead and talk about this video that I saw weeks ago from this creator named Destiny Uteh. I believe that's how you say her last name. It's spelled U-T-E-H. I hope I said it right. But she posted like these TikTok compilations of people are talking about the beauty community and how the beauty community on TikTok is trash, or just the beauty community as a whole is trash. And I got thoughts. And this was a video that I wanted to film before my camera crapped out on me. So yay, finally gonna get it done. I apologize for the last couple of videos when I'm doing my makeup. At some point I show y'all and tell y'all the products that I'm using, and then like halfway through I just completely forget. I'm sorry y'all, I just be very forgetful, but I'm using the Fenty True Matte, True Matte Pro Filter Primer. For some reason, I'm feeling very hyped today, and I had no coffee at all. I've been drinking 2 cups of coffee almost every day, so I don't know why I'm hyped when I had no caffeine at all today. Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the shade 12.5. I'll leave the actual video link down below. I highly recommend y'all go ahead and watch it, because she does show the original TikTok that everybody stitched. But just like a quick little synopsis of what the original was, there's a creator saying that all the beauty girls suck. But not all of them, but all the new beauty girls pretty much suck. Like, where's the people who make full-on reviews, do wear tests, do swatches, that actually goes in depth with every... There's always some in my mouth. Goes in full depth with each product that they review, actually do tutorials and give makeup tips. Like, where's all those girls? I forgot to spray my face. MAC Fix Plus, it probably is not going to serve its purpose on this side now. And of course, her saying all that sparked a lot of conversation in the community, and it got some of the OG beauty creators to actually come out and actually give their thoughts. So before I go ahead and give my thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all like a quick synopsis of kind of what everybody said, or some of the points that I feel that were important, at least to me, and then I'll give my thoughts and what pretty much needs to happen. I actually don't remember why I kept this concealer, but this is the Essence Keep Me Covered concealer in the shade 80 Warm Buff. I'm gonna just spot conceal. Let's just see, like, first off, is this even my skin tone, and is it good enough for me to keep? Honestly, it is a little light. I could see it as like a highlighting concealer, but not really for spot concealing. I need to go wet my sponge. I'll be back. Using Maybelline Fit Me concealers in 25 and this is 25 and 30, and I'm using the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline in the shade 144 as a corrector. So the first video that was stitched was actually from OG beauty influencer Makeup Shayla, and one of her important points that stuck out to me was she said that people just want to know what products are good. They really don't want to sit there and watch like a full-length video of you explaining why this product is good, or why they like it, or the other use cases for it. They just want to know, is it good or not? Especially with the rise of short form content, but she doesn't say in her portion of that, so I'll touch on that part later. She also said that the demand for full-on makeup reviews or full-on collection reviews are just not there. People just want to see like a quick little 1-2 about one product and go on about their business, because you know how the influencers... Is that a cat? What are you doing, Daisy? Ma'am, I'm busy. But y'all know back then that if you had the full collection, you had a higher chance of getting more views, because people want to see the full collection instead of getting the little 1-2. It's funny how it kind of, the pendulum is always swinging, all right? First people wanted the full collection. Now people just want the 1-2s, but now people are kind of craving getting the full collection. Let's just get on to the next point. It's not a good idea, but I'm gonna go ahead and just spot conceal right there. And oh, and see if it does something. No, I don't know. Why did I keep this? For powders, I'm going to use a Maybelline Fit Me in the same shades as the concealers. And now we're actually going to go on to the next creator, Jackie Ina. Everybody knows who she is. She is an OG beauty creator on YouTube, and she had a few points that stuck out to me. Sorry y'all if y'all see me like constantly looking down, because I wrote like my notes and stuff all on here. Get to the point in 3 seconds, aka shorter attention span. Yeah, people just want you to hurry up, get to the point, no funny business, or like if it's funny, it gotta be real quick and stuff like that. Another point she had is you can't get enough info in short form, but I put in parentheses, TikTok does 10-minute vids, but consumer behavior is not really equipped for that on TikTok. YouTube shorts are only 1 minute, and I don't know what IG Reel does. And I guess to talk a little bit on her first point of get to the point in 2-3 seconds, it kind of just takes away the whole fun of making beauty content, because it's like, yes, of course we're all here for the same thing, we just really want to know about the beauty products, but it's like, dang, can we show a little bit of personality? And I feel like a lot of people have this complaint of like, oh, everyone pretty much acts the same, but that's because the way that certain people act is proven to work. And if anyone acts differently, it doesn't work. So to play it safe, if everyone pretty much just acts like a clone, looks like a clone, it's almost guaranteed success. Ooh, I think I did a little too much. I'm using Moira setting powder in the shade 3 medium. And you truly can't get enough information in short form content, because what I've realized kind of dabbling and watching beauty content in short form, I actually really don't. I prefer long form content when it comes to beauty, but just watching the little bit that I see, it's like pretty much all the information that the influencers are telling you, you can read on the Unicard yourself. There's nothing like, I don't really see like a super educational benefit to it. I'm not saying every piece of beauty content needs to be super educational, but it's like we all can read the Unicard and we know. We get it. And I get it. We as regular consumers are not going to be able to get the full ins and outs of products. We're not going to be able to get the in-depths of ingredients. And so it's like the only thing we really could do is just read the Unicard, right? Well, we also could just read the stuff that's usually on their websites, because usually there's a lot more information there too. But it's like, I'm not seeing the influencers do that. Like, I remember watching Jackie's videos, and she's always on the website reading what the brand has to say or what Ulta has to say, how they're marketing it and everything, just to get a little bit more information. But it's like, we ain't getting that. Not only my, for some weird reason, unbridled energy, I've also just been watching recently some videos from Angelika Oles. Don't know how to say her last name. It's spelled O-L-E-S. Angelika Oles. It's pronounced Angelika Oles. I'll leave a link to her channel down below. She has some nice content. And she got crazy long eyelashes. My goodness, I'm jealous. Anyways, I was watching some of her videos today as I was going about my day. And it was, of course, about the beauty community. So I'm a lot of fresh things to say, but I'm going to try to keep it calm. Try to keep it calm and composed. Using Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm going in this Revolution Reloaded Glorified palette. I've had this for a long time and I don't think I've ever used it, but I'm going to be using this one shade. I'm recreating the look, also to the point that I just made that yes, TikTok allows 10-minute videos, but consumer behavior is literally not equipped for that because we're so used to short form content on the platform. And I can even attest to that for myself. Like I said, for beauty content, I love long form videos, okay? Like if I see a YouTube video, it's either a review or just anything that's beauty related. If that video is like only 10 minutes, I'm like, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna need like at least 15 minutes. If you can make it longer, that's great. And even on YouTube Shorts, I like watching longer beauty content videos. So YouTube only does 1 minute. So I will sit there for the whole minute and watch the whole thing. And I have no problem with it. But the moment I get on TikTok, and my TikTok has pretty much nothing deals with beauty. It's all like comedy stuff or like story times or whatever. But if that TikTok, if I see that red bar at the bottom, I know that thing is potentially over 3 minutes long. And I'm like, absolutely not. If I see someone put up a 10-minute TikTok, oh, absolutely not. I'm not watching that. I'm not doing it. And if you got about 500 parts too, I'm not doing it. Sorry. And I'm not blaming the content creators. I'm more blaming the app, because as people made shorter and shorter content, they got rewarded with more views. And of course, we as consumers, we got rewarded with endless amounts of content. So we all pretty much got used to super short content. This is not the right brush for this. We gonna hold you for later. Her next point is YouTube doesn't support beauty creators anymore. Well, how I heard it was they don't support bigger YouTube creators anymore because smaller creators, yeah, where was the support in the first place? Am I not centered? And I get it because there used to be like these, like, I call them YouTube sub parties for like different creators, different categories of creators. And also they used to like really push forward like beauty creators. And I'm not going to be talking about certain ones, but y'all know the ones. But it's like the beauty community as a whole was like really getting the attention that we all wanted it to have. Now they don't really do that. I know from my memory what she said was she feels like that YouTube is more male centric now. I could kind of see it. I do kind of watch a lot of male creators, but I also feel like there's still a lot of hope. Let me look at this picture. Am I even doing this right? We do have two different eye shapes, so. And the last point she mentioned was the drama. We all know the drama that was happening in the beauty community. It just became so toxic, and it stopped being about the products at that point. I don't know if y'all watched Tiger King, you know, during the pandemic. Everybody pretty much watched it. I'm surprised I watched it. But I remember when I watched that show, at the end of it, I was like, okay, but what about the cats? Did we all forget about the cats? I thought all this was about the cats. So during the whole big beauty drama thing, or whatever it was called, Dramageddon. I think Dramageddon was something else. It's like, what about the beauty products? It's supposed to be about the beauty. Now it's really just about drama. As I'm putting this eyeshadow on, I'm literally singing the song that this look is from. So I really need to wear orange more. Like, I look so good in orange, but I feel like I just need to get more tan because I look amazing with a tan and orange. Ooh. So this next person, I have her written down as Red Bonnet. I'm sorry, she didn't post like the actual ads of these creators. I kind of wish she did, but I kind of understand why, because she does share some creators that do have like the opposite opinion of what she has or what her community has. So it's like kind of in protection way. So one of her points was there are people who do reviews and more on TikTok, but they don't have a huge following, or they don't look like you, or they don't look rich, aka social proof. So there are people who definitely do reviews and tips and tutorials and all that stuff on TikTok, but their videos are like 3-4 minutes long, over the 1 minute mark, but people don't actually want to sit there and watch it because I feel it connects to how they look. Like they either just don't look like you, or they don't look like what you would think they should look like because they're in the beauty space, or it's because they don't have a lot of following, aka the social proof. Now there's nothing wrong with wanting to consume content from people that look like you, because how else are you supposed to know or even kind of somewhat visualize what is something going to look on you if that person doesn't look like you? Like, how am I expecting to think a product is going to work or look on me if I'm constantly looking at white creators? We have 2 different skin tones. A lot of that stuff probably wouldn't work on me. So why would I continue to watch their stuff? Well, not continue to watch their stuff. Why would I only solely watch their stuff when there's other people that look like me that would be a lot more helpful? Now the whole looking rich thing, I don't think she said that. I think I just pretty much like wrote it down in my notes. But I've noticed that creators, even if they just give somewhat of an air of they have like money, not even just being super wealthy, of like disposable income, people more flock to them. So this creator Blair Walters, which I like her stuff, she's funny and she be telling the truth. Actually, before I talk about her, am I gonna do my brows? I'm gonna do my brows. So this creator Blair Walters, she kind of makes beauty content. She kind of makes like a variety of different content, but she got popular like years ago. In one of her videos, she was doing a sponsored post for a clothing brand, and she mentioned her bathroom and how like it went viral on TikTok because people are obsessed with her bathroom. It's just the background of her bathroom. That's really it. There's nothing special about it because it's a bathroom, but it gives the air of she has money. She does have money, but it's a luxurious looking bathroom, which I don't know if y'all saw like a while ago. I want to say a long while ago, but TikTok does have it in their algorithm thing that, you know, push people where like if they look beautiful, push them, but if their surrounding looks beautiful, also push that content. So that's a whole thing. Also, I'm gonna just say it real quick, pretty privilege does play a huge role because everyone has a halo effect. You know, it's like, oh, someone looks that pretty, they must be a good person, they must have money, they must this, that, and the third. I'm probably gonna delve a little bit more into the pretty privilege part, like more toward the end. And her point, which was the second and last point that I got from her, was people need to support smaller creators. Like, people constantly get upset that certain creators get big and they stay big for so long because people keep watching them. But it's like, y'all have to support smaller creators. And I'm sorry, but y'all have to actually do the work and find them, because smaller creators are doing the work to try to be found. But because of everything that's happening, like with the algorithm and a whole bunch of things at play, and just with already bigger channels having such a massive advantage, it's hard for us to actually be pushed. I know of a way on how to find smaller creators. I only know on YouTube, not on TikTok and not on Instagram. But if y'all want like a in-depth YouTube video, if y'all want a YouTube short, let me know, because I could definitely make that for y'all, because it's honestly not that hard to find smaller creators. And also, the more you try to seek out smaller creators and the more you watch smaller channels, watch their content, subscribe to them, you will start getting served videos that have really low really low view count. And honestly, let me just go back to the social proof thing. I messed up so bad on the social proof part. What I actually meant to say was, just because someone has a very large following doesn't mean that they're going to be the best person or the best content for you. I don't know if y'all know what social proof is, but social proof is basically someone or something getting the approval of society. I'm kind of just talking out of the side of my neck on this one, because I only know really how to explain stuff in examples. But let me just do the example. So y'all seen people playing music outside, busking for money and stuff like that, and then you pass by them and you see in a bucket or a container or whatever that they have a couple dollars in there. So you see that, then you end up actually standing there listening to them, and then you kind of be like, oh, okay, so they're pretty good, and then you might throw a couple dollars in there. It's a psychology trick. Like, usually what, not all of them, but what some of them might do is they might, before they even actually start playing music, they might put a couple of dollars in there just so it could look like, oh, people have paid me money, so that must mean I'm good. Or not really me, but, oh, look, this person has been actually paid. Some people paid them. They actually must be good. Let me actually listen to them and maybe let me get them their money. If you want to see an actual real life example, this YouTuber Ryan Trahan, he has done his One Penny series, and I think one of his earlier ones, he was selling jokes for like money, like donations. So at first he went around with his basket, had nothing in it, and no one paid him for a joke. And then he went around again and he put in like, I think $2 in the basket, and then people actually started paying him. I don't think that was his real intent, but it worked. Sorry y'all, I should have explained that so much better. I think I have to do wing eyeliner or liquid eyeliner. I have to look at the picture a little bit deeper. So I'm going to go do that, and then we're going to go on with the final person, and then we're going to go on to my thoughts. I had to stop filming for like 30 minutes because not only was I doing my eyeliner, but my roommate came back, and my roommate is usually pretty loud, so I had to wait until they left again. But we're back. As you can see, my eyes are pretty much done. I used the It Cosmetics Superhero Liner, and then for the lower lash line, I used the LA Girl Shockwave Neo Eyeliner in the shade Electric. I feel like this already kind of gives what it's giving. So if y'all already catching a glimpse of what I'm doing, put it down in the comments. I also use House of Lashes false lashes in the style Allure Light. These are definitely not the style of lashes that is in the picture and slash video, but me and the person have two different eye shapes, and the lashes that they use do not look good on me. So I went ahead with this one. Before I get back into the last person, I'm going to be using Minty Cosmetics bronzer in Beach Bum. Then I'm going to use LA Colors Ombre Blush in the shade Sunset Chic. So the last person, I wrote them down as green hair. Once again, didn't have the @ but they said that they are a fat, black, round face, fairy alt person. We don't get recognition or push as others. And I put in parentheses, beauty standards, pretty privilege, fat phobia, lifestyle, etc. Yeah, pretty privilege does play a huge role. I'm not saying this person don't look good, because they do. But unfortunately, in, you know, the larger society, if you don't look a certain way, you're not going to be pushed as much as you think. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, because we've seen people who, I guess you would say, they are unconventionally attractive that make it, you know. I really wish that they would have put Destiny Uteh would have put the @ of this person, because I definitely want to go watch their content. Because they did mention how they went viral years ago, and talking about how their business with the brand, like their business deal with the brand, it didn't go as well as they thought it would, and it's a whole thing, and I actually feel pretty bad. And I would like to actually see who this person is and actually look at their content and stuff like that, because I agree on a lot of things that they said. Pretty much social media likes the same looking people who at least appear to have the same like general values as everyone else. If you look kind of outside of that, yeah, it's a no. It's a no. And I'm not saying that I agree with it, because I absolutely don't. I'm saying what these platforms and what the general viewership is looking for. Her face is not really that bronze, but like back in the, what is this, early 2000s or 90s, like bronzing wasn't really a thing. But you could definitely see it's bronzer or it's contour, or maybe that's just a face. All right. Another point that this creator made was there are other black creators besides Jackie Aina in the beauty space. Y'all don't have to only be pushing and wanting Jackie Aina to do reviews or Makeup Shayla or whoever. There's more of us out there. Y'all just have to find us, because these platforms don't really want to push us, because honestly, we're not really willing to do all the same things that some of these other creators are doing to be able to get big and get out there. I mean, it looks lower in the photo. I don't know if that's going to look cute on me though, a lower blush. You know what? We're playing around, so it's okay. And it's not like we're not willing to do the work. It's just the things that people are complaining about is what gets rewarded by these platforms. You know, the fake reviews and the undisclosed sponsorships and the this and the that. Yeah, a lot of us kind of have like morals and integrity, and we really don't want to actually be up in drama. So it's not really rewarding according to the algorithms. It's kind of weird not putting blush like more up here, but you know what? I actually don't hate it. I wish this was a little bit more orangey though. And obviously no hate, no shade to the bigger creators. Like, look, I love you, Jackie Aina. Makeup Shayla, I never really watched you, and I'm happy for all the success that y'all got. I'm gonna need the viewers to like, okay, don't just sit there and only wait for these people. I'm gonna need y'all to spread out, go look for other people. I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte translucent powder just to set everything on the face. It's also very weird not to put on any highlight. And the last point that this person made was that makeup artists are usually considered last for reviews, which I thought that was very interesting, because I've noticed that over the years that if someone either says they're a makeup artist or they kind of give that like aura of they are a makeup artist, people don't really give them that much of the time of day, which doesn't make any sense, because literally those are the people who are using products day in and day out on multiple different skin types and skin tones, and they're actually running through products faster than most people. So it's like you would think that we would consider them a lot more, but like we really don't. So far, like the only few people I could name that are big in the influencer space and they are makeup artists, or they were makeup artists. Jackiana, because she was a makeup artist. Right now it's Robert Welsh. Also Aaron Parsons, Johnny Ross, also his co-host from his podcast Beautiful and Bothered, Kevin. His last name starts with a B, but I don't remember how to spell it or how to say it. Alexandra, but what is her last name? I forgot. I'll link it down below. I don't know if Smitha Deepak is a makeup artist, but her stuff is, wow, it's amazing. Go watch her stuff, please. And there's definitely some other people that I'm missing, but it's like throughout the years you rarely would actually see makeup artists really getting like pushed, and it only makes sense. And the reason why this person said this is because this person is also a makeup artist. They've been a professional makeup artist for years, and it's like, yeah, why aren't makeup artists pushed more? Now, before I get into finally my last final thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. So I'm going to be using this MAC lip gloss in the shade Spice. I think this might be a little bit too deep for what I'm doing, but it's what I got. And then I'm going back into this Revolution eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go back in with this orange. I'm going to have to look at these pictures again because I don't remember if it's just the bottom lip or if it's the top lip. Also, is that an orange or is that a red? It's just the bottom lip. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Honestly, this is low-key giving the vibe that it's giving in the photo. Ooh! Alright, now let's see if I could actually do the bottom lip correctly. Oh, that part of her lip is glossy, so I am going to take some clear gloss and then delicately put it on top of the orange. Well, it looks like I just dumped my hand in a bag full of Cheetos, but the clear gloss that I used was the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss, my favorite clear lip gloss, one of my favorite clear lip glosses. I think I did it. Oh, okay. I'm going to set my face and then fix my hair, and I'll come with my final thoughts. Okay, it's almost over. I know y'all want me to shut up. I definitely am not doing my hair like hers. Please ignore the noise outside. I know they were going to be gardening right now, but once again, if you know the look that I'm doing, just ignore the rhinestones because I forgot I wanted to add some. But if you know the look that this is, leave it down in the comments. If not yet, I'll tell you after I'm done with my final thought. The beauty landscape has changed. It has been changing before 2020, and during 2020 the beauty sentiment has dropped significantly, and then afterwards it shot up, but in a much more unsustainable way. Also, beauty standards have changed significantly over the past few years, and that's not a new thing. That's just a whole historical thing. Despite what I said earlier about people not really wanting to see personalities really that much when it comes to beauty content, especially short form, I do feel like that people are more and more are looking at beauty creators. It doesn't matter in what niche they're in. They're more there to watch them for their personalities. Kind of. It's more of their lifestyle. It's almost like, in a way, like, oh, well, what is this pretty girl using? Like, what does she use to be pretty? And that's really it. Like, oh, this like rich looking girl, like, what does she use? Like, maybe if I use what she uses, maybe I will also look and feel rich. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of like the psychology of the general consensus right now, and kind of how that's translating into beauty, and how that's kind of messing it all up for everybody. And at the same time, people are watching beauty creators more of like in a friend type of way, like pretending this is FaceTime, which is like kind of a good thing and a bad thing. It's like a good thing because, you know, creators get to show more of their personality, which is great. Kind of a bad thing because then people feel entitled to needing to know everything about a creator, which is like you're not entitled to someone's full being and full life. Do I think beauty reviews are still necessary? Absolutely, because the way that we are in our economy right now, we all need to be doing a lot more research on everything that we've been buying to make sure that we are not wasting our money, and especially spending your money on something as, let's be honest, frivolous as beauty. yeah, I feel like we all just need to take a step back before we hit the checkout button. And also, if you are someone who is upset by the type of people who are famous because of the type of content that they make or the way they go about of making content, you just feel that they're not genuine, they're not putting in as much work as people before them has, and a whole bunch of other things, you have to look for smaller creators. And I'm not talking just only in the beauty space, I'm just talking about in any space in general. You have to look for smaller creators, and it's honestly not as hard as you think, at least on YouTube, because that's really the only way that I know. And you have to give other people a chance. You have to give people that look like you a chance. You have to give people that don't look like you a chance. You have to give the person that literally made their first YouTube video yesterday and you could tell a chance, because you don't know, you could have been that one person that subscribed to them and been their very first subscriber, and then few years later they have tens of millions of subscribers, and you could say you were that one, that first one. And if you're someone who is upset that you keep seeing the people that you don't like just on your feed and keep hearing other people talk about them, you're gonna have to mute the names, you're gonna have to block the channels, and for some of y'all gonna have to stop hate watching. And let's be honest, because some of y'all do be hate watching, and you know what? We be curious, okay? I'm someone that low-key was hate watching some people before because I be curious, but that it doesn't matter if you're hate watching or not. A view is a view, and a view can turn into money, and that's all that really matters to them. So they're not gonna stop doing what they're doing, because if they're still going to get the view, whether the person loves them or hates them, it doesn't matter to them at the end of the day. And I know y'all don't like it when creators are begging for you to subscribe and to comment and like, but it seriously gets us into the algorithm. It gets the platform to actually push our content out so that more people can discover us, because a lot of us want a career out of this, or maybe not a career, but a lot of us want to actually do this and kind of need to make it in a way worthwhile. That could be by money, that could be the person just likes having a lot of subscribers and views. But if you want to see your favorite small creator continue to make content, you can't be a silent viewer. You have to actually interact with them, whether that's saying one word or leaving an emoji. Now, if we get a little bit more technical, I think it's actually bad to just leave an emoji or like a super generic phrase, because I think it flags YouTube and thinking that you could potentially be a spammer. I'm not too sure, but if that's all you can do, that's absolutely fine. And I know what I'm saying is not revolutionary. There's tons of influencers who've been saying this. Even big influencers like Jackie Aina has been saying this for years. But it feels like people have to keep repeating this over and over again. So if you want to see your favorite creator, your small creator, actually do something big, you have to be there. You have to help them out. You have to watch their videos. You have to turn on notifications, even though that notification thing barely works, but you just have to be there. You gotta help us out. If you want to see an actual change in the beauty landscape of the people who is on top, you'll have to give the people who is in the middle and on the bottom a chance. And before I let y'all go, this look is a inspiration recreation of Aaliyah, We Need a Resolution. Love that music video, love that makeup look. The rhinestones were not a part of that, I just wanted to add it, but I just wanted to recreate it because I thought it was so pretty, and honestly it's so cute. I love it. Okay, thank y'all for watching, especially if you stayed this long.